Hey guys, it's recorded back to back. I'm going to end pretty soon because I'm running out of pencil thingies. And I ended right in the middle of a sentence. I'll read it. A bunch of them had it pretty bad. Mangy fur, broken paws, chewed ears, malnourished. If there's something I learned from Artemis is that we should accept and love them just as they are. Seriously, they needed us even more. I couldn't handle this frustration that I wasn't doing enough. I barely noticed the time while I looked at the photos. The bell rang and everyone was already there for Joffrey class. It was really boring. Even the teacher seemed to be almost snoring, hearing her own voice, just looking at the ceiling and speaking like a robot. And there I was with those pictures under my notebook. Show Patty, wait, and show her later. I'm going to show her later because I don't want to get in trouble in the class. So wait and show her later. I have 28 followers. And then wait and show her later. I keep on getting the same ad. But I thought it was better to wait to show her after class. It wasn't easy. I was struggling not to sleep, my eyes blinking and my hands itching to show these pictures, but I resist. Barely, I managed to go through another half hour of Joffrey in a whole math class, and I was ready to start working on the posters. Between Patty and I, we managed to make 15 really nice posters in a little over an hour. When we were done, we made a plan to spread them anywhere with a lot of people. School, burger joint, gym, theater, the park's notice board. A lot of people will see the little fellas. Now I need to take the digital photos and post them on Friendbook. When I get home, my brother was feeding Artemis. I told him about the posters, and he made fun of me for being so long-minded. I told him I was also going to post the pics on Friendbook, and he said he'd help. Not only would he create a page for the shelter on Friendbook, but also mention it on his stream tonight when he plays Bouldercraft on Restream. Seriously, activism in the 21st century is really something else. Next entry, this is my last entry. Heart visit. So my virtual peeps, with the weekend arriving, I needed to take Artemis for a checkup at the vet. My dad had already bought us a carrier to take her and promised to give me a ride after school. By the time I got there, I was surprised to meet Thomas's dad. He looked nothing like him. Blonde, short, blue eyes, a very relaxed and playful man, but you could tell right away he was a very caring vet. He was extra careful with Artemis. He said that by next week we could start her on solid food, which was a huge weight off our shoulders. By the time we were done, when we got to the waiting room, Thomas was just arriving from college, this time wearing a polo shirt that left little to the imagination. He was even more muscular than I imagined. He had to lean down to hug his dad, which only made the difference clearer. I had brought over some of the posters for the shelter and asked if I could stick one there at the clink. His dad was elastic and said he was going to stick it there right away. As he went in the back for tape, I talked to Thomas. I kind of brought up that his dad didn't look anything like what I expected. He told me he was adopted, and I thought he was going to get all bummed out, but it didn't faze him at all. He talked about his parents with a lot of pride and how he worked really hard to pay back for how lucky he was. I admitted my eyes got a bit moist. I asked him how much I owed them when his dad got back, but he insisted on not charging for his convolution. I was saying goodbye when Thomas asked me how I was planning to get back home. I told him I got on a ride there, but I was supposed to go back by bus, but he insisted on giving me a ride. The guy is a true gentleman. He opened the car door for me and everything. There I was in the passenger seat, carrier on my lap, all quiet and sort of embarrassed. I decided to break the silence, bring up the shelter, ask about him. I'm going to bring up the shelter. Because we need to help the poor shelter. I have 35 followers. And they're probably going to be like last thing. Bring up the shelter. Keep on getting so many ads. talking a bit about the shelter. I told him all excited about the poster, the page I was going to make with my brother for the shelter, and how I was only the beginning. He laughed at my excitement and said he would love to be passionate like that, but something about the way he said that seemed, I don't know, met Holy. He left me in front of the building. I thanked him for the rice, still a bit embarrassed. He was sure going to be a great vet someday, huh? But I had my work cut out for me. This weekend I was going to get the website for the shelter done and the camp page. My next step for the camp page. Sorry for my next step for the camp. Okay, that's it for now, guys. Bye.